When it comes to moderators on TikTok, how do you pick people that are going to fit best for your shows? This is a really good question I got earlier this week where we talked specifically about what to do and who to bring on to moderate your TikToks. So we know on TikTok, and this is a YouTube video I have over on the channel, you have the ability to set moderators. These moderators can then control what happens in your chat box so that you can just directly speak to your audience. They have the ability to mute people and they have the ability to kick people out of your chat, which is super important so that they're not leaving spam or inappropriate things on your live streams. This does not remove the comments. Of course, you're still going to see them until they get blocked, but you have the ability to allow other people to do this on your behalf so you don't have to deal with the buttons while you're on the live stream, which means you need to be very smart about the people you're using for your moderators. So I had a great question dropped on my YouTube channel about how do you find moderators if you don't really know people in your audience. And I do suggest you have people who are part of your audience as your moderators because those are the people that are going to show up anyway. But you don't want to tag in people you don't know and fully trust. You should never be bringing in just an audience member to do this. So unless they're a hardcore part of your following, or unless you know them really, really well, they're friends and family, or unless you're paying them as a virtual assistant, this is not going to be something that's a good thing to do. So if you don't know those people, they are not your moderators, ever. If, however, you have a live stream every once in a while and you can bring on someone who's very high functioning inside of your platform and inside of your following, that's going to be really good. Tag them in. You can actually do some kind of service trade. So if you find another entrepreneur who's doing live streams, you can moderate for them and they can moderate for you. That's a really great service swap for you. You can also bring in those high level people inside of your systems who maybe would do it in exchange for a free consultation or coaching with you or something where you don't necessarily have to directly pay them. You can be hiring virtual assistants, which is totally fine. I even do stuff like that. I will produce other people's shows and I have people who will produce other people's shows. So if you're looking for somebody, please feel free to reach out. But you can hire somebody and bring them in who already knows what they're doing and does it for other people so that you have that peace of mind of being able to just talk on your live streams and interact and engage with your comments without having to deal with the trolls and the other things. Aside from that, if you're not doing something that is super every single day, every single week on a very consistent basis, you can just bring in friends and family. Have your sister help, have your mom help, have your best friend help, and it doesn't have to be the same person every time. You can schedule with people in advance and say, hey, can you show up for this 30 minutes, this 60-minute episode that I'm going to be doing on these live streams? So this is going to be a really great way for you to then incorporate your friends and family. This is going to be a really great way for you to bring in a virtual assistant if that's something that you're going to need. This is going to be a really great way to do a service swap with someone who is high level inside of your business or another entrepreneur who also needs that help. So you just have to take these things into consideration as you are jumping into the conversation on what to do to get those moderators. But never, ever, 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 for any reason, bring in somebody that you don't know and trust really, really well. So if you're not paying them on a consistent basis or they are not a high functioning part of your business in some way, shape, or form or connected to you, don't do it. We do not want to bring in people and give them power to then kick out other people from your shows if you do not know them really, really well. Now, this question went on to ask, how do you pay them? What are rates? Those are things that are going to be discussed with your virtual assistant if that's what you're hiring, or the producer that you're bringing on. They will have rates, they'll have their contracts, they'll have everything set up, and they'll have a specific way to be paid as well. If you are just bringing in people and you just want to give them a little thank you, I would recommend doing something nice for them. So if this is a friend or a family, do something that you know that they're going to appreciate, a gift card, a little gift basket, something nice as a thank you. If you are going to be paying them, pay them however you want to do that. Or you can do some type of service swap, again, to thank them for their time and efforts. But a lot of people, especially if it's just like once or twice, will do it just to be nice. They'll do it to get the benefit, and they'll do it to be helpful to you as well. So think through your strategy and what you're going to be working on so that you know what's going to be best for you and your business and for the people who are going to be associated with that, and do not use up goodwill. Make sure if they are helping you out once or twice, that's fine, but if it's going to be more than that, you definitely want to make sure you're reciprocating in some way, whether it's monetarily or you are giving them some sort of benefit, you're giving them access to your courses, you're giving them access to you on a one-on-one coaching level, whatever it happens to be, so that it is even and they don't feel like they're being taken advantage of. Even though people are going to be really nice and they're going to want to help you, you got to make sure you're doing this the right way to benefit them. As always, you can hang out with me on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson, and on Instagram here at KM Robinson Life, or on our TikTok live streams, KM Robinson Life over there as well, where we show up to answer your questions live in real time. If you've got questions on anything related to your business or your social media marketing strategy, drop them down below and we'll see you in the next live stream.